These three candidates joined Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Alan Chermartin, who filed their forms last week. Dr. Kofi Konadu Apraku, a former Minister of Trade and Industry, was the first to attempt filing on Monday. However, the Elections Committee identified some anomalies in his documents and advised him to make necessary amendments and additions. Dr. Apraku left the NPP headquarters to address the issues as advised.
When Dr. Apraku came, there was discussions and so he has had to go back and come again to submit full documents to complete the filing process. And so it must not be carried out there that the party has rejected his nomination forms. Forms must be signed.
Next, former Minister of Agriculture Dr. Afriye Akoto visited the party headquarters with members of his campaign team and farmer groups who support his bid. Unlike Dr. Kofi Konadu Apraku, Dr. Akoto's nomination had no issues during inspection by the committee. Although the crowd accompanying Dr. Akoto was not as large as those who joined Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia during his filing, he remained unfazed, believing that some individuals were biased to the venue.
Everybody who has come here, including representatives of farmers, are here on their own accord. You can't see any bus or any big commercial vehicle bringing in people to come and support. People have come on their own volition and of their very tight conviction that my candidature for the flag bearership of this party will be good for the new patriotic party.
Dr. Akoto took the opportunity to reiterate his vision of utilizing agriculture to drive Ghana's economic agenda if elected as president.
I can assure you, the same way I was able to bring agriculture to the front line of policy discussion, it will be the same way that agriculture will be used to take us out of the clutches of the IMF. Because the agricultural sector in this country has great potential, and we haven't even scratched the surface of it.
Former Energy Minister Boakye Ejakun was greeted with drumming, dancing, and praise from his supporters upon arriving at the party headquarters. After filing his forms, he called on the party to take action against candidates and party executives who have been violating election rules.
Please do not hold yourself aloof from the entire point, thinking that if rules are broken without sanctions, everybody is going to look on as we've looked on in the past. The plea I make to you and to your committee is that hold the line that you've drawn. I respect the line, I respect the party, I will not break it. But say obi bu meme mowa no bi buwa minju.
The party's director of election stated that he has not received any reports of such violations and urged the former energy minister to officially lodge complaints with the party for resolution.
That is not before me. I've not received any petition. I'm not aware the General Secretary has also been petitioned. And so if there's any, and you heard me telling them that if he happens to have any issue, they shouldn't hesitate to inform the appropriate committee, i.e. the Okwe committee. So for all those things that Mr. Ejakun mentioned, I'll expect him that where he thinks that somebody is flouting the rules, he made the appropriate petition to the appropriate secretariat and it to be addressed.
Later, Dr. Kofi Konadu Apraku returned with his completed forms, which were accepted by the party.
If I were president, I would start off with the government structure and I would dramatically change what we have. I will look at our constitution that offers too much power to the presidency, and I will work to ensure that perhaps after 8 years that I would have left office, we will have election, competitive election in selecting regional ministers, competitive election in DCEs.
The New Patriotic Party is getting close to the end of the period for the filing of its nominations. The party is hoping that all those who picked up the forms will come up and file their forms. Reporting for Citi News, Hansen Ajiman.